Today's topic is numericals on unit number 3 of Geotechnical Engineering 1 4th semester, and we are going to learn about unit 3 numericals on permeability and seepage analysis. So let us see first numerical. Water is flowing under a constant hydraulic head of 5 cm through a sandy specimen 50 cm square in cross-sectional area and 6 cm in height. Calculate the coefficient of permeability and velocity of flow if during test interval of 30 minutes 1.8 kg of water passes through the test specimen. On oven drying, the test specimen weighs 5110 grams. If specific gravity is 2.7, what is the specific velocity of water during the test? So let us see how we can solve this numerical. So firstly we will write down all the given values first. So height is given as 5 centimeter and area of the specimen is 50 centimeter square and length is 6 centimeter given, and you need to calculate the coefficient of permeability and the velocity of flow V, and T is given 30 minutes of 1.8 kg of water passes through the next specimen. That means weight of water equals to 1.8 kg, and time is 30 minutes. Converting it into seconds, 30 into 60 will give you 1800 seconds, and we are assuming density of water as 1 gram per cc since the weight is given in grams. So oven drying weight is 510 grams. So volume of water collected, so that will be Q discharge, is given by weight of water is 1.8. To convert it into centimeter cube, we multiply by 1000, so it will be 1.8 into 1000 centimeter cube. Alright, next is need to calculate the coefficient of permeability. Since it is not mentioned whether it is falling head method test or constant head method test, but from the given values we need to calculate whether it is constant head or falling head. As Q is given, L is given and H is given with area with respect to time, then we can say that we will apply constant head test formula for calculation of coefficient of permeability. So K will be equals to QL upon THA. So Q 1.8 into 1000 into 6 is your length L upon 1800. We have calculated time into 5 is the height, and area is given as 50 centimeter square. So it is coming to you as 0.024 centimeter per second. So we need to calculate the velocity of flow, that is discharge velocity V, that will be given by Q upon A, small q, rate of flow. So that will be the total water collected, Q upon T with respect to A. So 1.8 into 1000 upon time T is 1800 into area is 650. So since it is coming to you as 0.02 centimeter per second, as rate of flow Q is equals to Q upon T, that's why it is Q upon T into A. So we need to calculate the dry density. So dry density is calculated by dry weight upon volume. So dry weight, oven drying weight is given as 510 grams, and volume is calculated by area of the specimen into the length of specimen. So 50 into 6 will give you 1.7 gram per cc. So we need to calculate the voids ratio. As why we are calculating voids ratio and gamma D? Since we need to calculate porosity, as the seepage velocity is taken as discharge velocity upon porosity. So that's why we are calculating these values. So E is calculated as 0.588 and porosity is calculated by E upon 1 plus E, which is coming to as 0.37. So seepage velocity is V upon porosity. So to calculate porosity, we have calculated gamma D, we have calculated E, and then we have calculated porosity. So V velocity upon porosity will give you seepage velocity as 0.05 centimeter per second. So this is how you need to solve the numerical. Next is the following data was recorded in a constant head permeability test. Diameter of the sample 75 centimeter, head loss in a length of 180 mm is 247 mm. Quantity of water collected in 60 seconds is 626 ml and void ratio is 0.785. So calculate coefficient of permeability of soil. Also determine discharge and seepage velocities. So given values, Q is given to you as 626 ml, T 60 seconds, length is 18 centimeter as it is 180 mm. We are converted into centimeter because diameter is given in centimeter, right? So H is to be taken as 24.7 centimeter it is, and area will be calculated by pi by 4 into 7.5 centimeter square. This is also mm, I think, and that is coming to you as 44.1 centimeter. So we are applying constant head permeability test. It is given, and we are applying this formula K equals to QL upon TAH. Applying all the values given, K is 0.172 centimeter per second. Now we need to calculate discharge and seepage velocity. So discharge velocity V will be equals to Q upon TA, that is 0.23 centimeter per second, and porosity E upon 1 plus E. Here directly void ratio is given to you as 0.785. Substituting, it is coming to you as 0.44. Therefore seepage velocity Vs will be V upon N, will be coming to you as 0.523 centimeter per second. Next, the data given below relate to falling head permeability test performed on soil. Standpipe diameter 12.5 centimeter square, permeameter sample area 50 centimeter square, permeameter sample height 6 centimeter, initial height in standpipe 1000 centimeter, final head in the standpipe 200 mm. This may be mm, I think, writing mistake. Time for decreasing water head to 50 seconds and calculate the permeability of soil. So here we are going to calculate by falling head permeability test formula. All the values given, write down in centimeter. So area of standpipe pi by 4 12.5 centimeter square. So it is also in mm. I have written centimeter, so make the corrections. Area 50 centimeter square, length 6. H1 1000 mm, that is 100 centimeter, H2 200 mm 20 centimeter, and T equals to 250 seconds. So K for falling head permeability test is 2.303 log to the base 10, H1 upon H2 AL upon AT. So substituting all formulas, you are getting permeability as 9.43 into 10 raised to minus 4 centimeter per second. So next, falling head permeability test was carried on 16 centimeter long clay sample. The diameter of the sample and standpipe was 9.8 centimeter and 0.75 centimeter respectively. The level of water in standpipe dropped from 60 centimeter to 45 centimeter in 12 minutes. Determine permeability in meter per day and time required for level to drop to 10 centimeter. So all the values are given, so write down all the values here, and then a formula is to calculate K, then substituting all the given values in first stage where H1 is 60 centimeter and H2 is 45 centimeter, your K is coming to you as 2.1038 into 10 raised to minus 3 centimeter per minute. As we haven't converted T into seconds, that's why it will be centimeter per minute. Then K will be, we need to calculate permeability in meter per day, right? So whatever value you have taken in per minute into 10 raised to minus 2 divided by 1 upon 60 into 24, as we are converted into meter, it will be 10 raised to minus 2. 60 into 24 is for minutes and day, so that will be K value meter per day. So second is time required for level to drop 10 centimeter. So next H2 will be 10 centimeter here. So H1 will remain, initial value remains the same, height H2 is changing from 45, in second condition as 10 centimeter. So this is the formula, substituting all the given values in the formula, keeping the value of K in centimeter per minute as we have calculated first, not in meter per day. So T is coming to you as 74.74 minutes. So next is a falling head permeability test. Setup has following details: length of soil sample 18 centimeter, cross sectional area 2.2 centimeter square, area of standpipe 2 centimeter square, initial head is 25 centimeter and final head is 10 centimeter. Find the time for head drop if soil is heterogeneous and has following details: K1, K2, K3. Each soil is of length 6 centimeter. Flow takes place perpendicular to the bedding. So the flow is perpendicular to the bedding and each is having 6 centimeter height. So first we will draw all the layers. There are 3 layers with respect to K1, K2, K3. Each layer is 6 centimeter given here. So H will be 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18 centimeter. As it is heterogeneous and the flow is perpendicular to the bedding, formula will be Kz equals to H upon H1 upon K1 plus H2 upon K2 plus H3 upon K3. Total height is 18. Substituting all the heights and Ks, you will get the permeability in Z direction 4 into 10 raised to minus 4 centimeter per second. So next value, as all the given values are there, length, area, small area, H1 given is 25 and H2 is 10, and we need to calculate T. So substituting the value of K, we have calculated in Kz as 4 into 10 raised to minus 4, and all the values in the formula, you will get the value of T equals to 37443 seconds. So this is how you need to calculate. Then the flow net for a sheet pile driven in a sandy silt gave number of flow channels NF3 and number of potential drops ND9. The size of the smallest field on the exit face was found to be 1.5 meter into 1.5 meter. If the effective head loss is 7.5 meter, determine the factor of safety against piping for E equals to 0.7 and G equals to 2.65. So NF3 ND9 A 1.5 into 1.5, total height is 7.5, E and G are given. So first is your critical hydraulic gradient IC with formula G minus 1 upon 1 plus E. So 2.65 minus 1 upon 1 plus 0.6, it is 0.7. So that is coming to you as 0.97. Then you need to calculate the potential drop delta H, which is given by total height upon potential drops ND, that is 7.5 upon 9.833 meter. Then exit gradient IE delta H upon L, so 0.883 into area is length into breadth, so that is 1.5, which is coming to you as 0.555. so next is your factor of safety, which is given to you as IC upon IE, so that is coming to you as 1.74. so this is how you need to calculate the factor of safety. Next is an earthen dam is built on an impervious foundation with a horizontal filter at the base near the toe. The permeability of the soil in the horizontal and vertical directions are 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 mm per second and 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 mm per second respectively. The full reservoir level is 30 meter above the filter. A flow net constructed for the transform section of the dam consists of 4 flow channels and 16 head drops. Estimate the seepage loss per meter length of the dam. So these are given, the values KH and KV. H is given, NF is given and ND is given. So we are considering as isotropic permeability, so K dash will be under root KH into KV. This is the formula to calculate K. So KH and KV are given to us. Substituting all the values, K dash is 0.021 mm per second. So quantity of seepage per unit length is given by Q equals to K dash H NF upon ND. So values are given, so substituting the values, so K dash 0.021 into 30 is the height, NF is 4 and ND is 16. So Q is given to you as 0.159 mm cube per second. So this is how you solve the numericals for permeability and seepage analysis in unit number 3. So thank you so much for today.